creative stampers, and welcome back to another Facebook Live. Actually, this is not live. This is pre-recorded because I am having shoulder surgery on Friday, and so I am pre-recording enough of these videos so that I'll have one for each week while I'm recovering, and then I'll be back live once I am able to work with my arm again, which hopefully won't be too long. Anyways, so with that being said, we are working on my card sketchbook here, and this is 30 card sketches with examples, and this is an ebook that I created and I sell on my blog. The link is in the description below if you'd like a copy of this. The reason I use a card sketchbook and the reason why I created this was to make my card making so much easier. If you go to Pinterest and you look for a card sketch, you get overwhelmed. There are too many. So I just created my 30 favorite card sketches and put them in a book. And so whenever I need to make a card, like today, I need to make a birthday card for a very dear friend. And I just pull out my card sketchbook and I look at it and then I go, okay, well, what can I use to recreate this card sketch? Also, card sketches are just ideas. They're just jumping off spots. So you can start with the sketch and you may use a collection of items that all match and work on the sketch that way, or just go through your stash and find things that will work with that card sketch. And that's what I'm doing today. So I have a birthday card, the sketch that we're doing right here. Here we go. And you can see it is basically a, what do they call that? Horizontal landscape direction for the card. Then there is a rectangle in the center for your focal point, and then a circle coming out from behind it, or an oval or something. In this case, I made the doily came out from behind the card that I had stamped on. I believe this is all backwards for you guys. Usually when I do Facebook Live, the Facebook flips it. So we'll just do the best we can, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. I want to do these videos pretty quick. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Kristina Reese. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you guys how to create a birthday card today using sketch number 21 from my ebook. All right, here we go. All right, as you can see, let me turn the sketchbook around here for you. And we have a card base. So here's my card base, and I'm using Flirty Flamingo. And what I'm going to do now, this last fall when I created the book, I used the embossing paste and I made a brick wall in the back. Instead of that, what I'm going to do is a tone on tone, and I'm going to put the words Happy Birthday all over this in the same Flirty Flamingo. So let me grab my Flirty Flamingo. Where are you, Flirty Flamingo? Here you are. Okay. And like I said, I'm just going to take Happy Birthday here, and I'm just going to randomly stamp Happy Birthday all over the background. And just quickly do this. This is just a fun way to make a background so that it's just not boring. There's other things you could do. You could use an embossing folder and make texture in the background. You could, of course, use the embossing paste like I did last fall. That would make a fun, interesting background. Let's see, what else could we do? We could use designer series paper. That would make a fun background too. So almost done here. And you can see there's really I'm not like making them all spaced perfectly, just random. And looks like I did it just perfect. Okay, there we go. And so we just have Happy Birthday all along the background. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to create the rectangle here. And I told you this is a birthday card, so I picked this piece of cake birthday set. And this is really fun. It's got a lot of great sayings on it. And it's not just for birthdays. It also can be weddings. So wedding cakes, anniversary, birthday. lots of great ideas to use with that. And so I'm using the Stays On ink because I want to use my watercolor pencils to color in my cake. I'm going to use the polka dot. Let's show you up close. This polka dot with the striped cake right there. I want it to be a fun cake. So here we go. Get my Stays On. And I'm also going to, when I'm finished here, I'm going to cut it out. We have beautiful stitched rectangle framelits, and so I'm going to be cutting it out with that when I'm done here. And you know what? I know I'm starting with the cake, but I want to make sure I have enough room. So I'm going to start with my candles at the top and work my way down. That way I know I've placed everything correctly. And there we go. There are my candles, and now I need my cake. Oops, my candles are kind of in the cake. Oops. Let's see if I can get my plate a little better centered. My cake stand. Oh yeah, that turned out great. Okay, so just my candles kind of went a little past my cake, but that's okay, no problems. Actually, you know what's the fun of live TV or live video is we're just going to redo it. All right, let's try this one more time. Our candles, and then I'm going to make sure my cake is lined up. All right, that way my candles are floating, but that's not a problem. I could go in and, you know, kind of fix that up. That's not a problem. And now my plate, my cake plate. There we go. And my cake's floating on the cake plate. You know, do the best we can, right? All right, let's put those to the side. I want to stamp happy birthday in Flirty Flamingo at the bottom here, though. So let me do that. Perfect. All right, I like that. Now we're going to go through and color the cake real quick. And let's see, my candles, I think we'll do, well, the flames will be yellow, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, but I'm going to have yellow candles. Let's do pink or Flirty Flamingo candles. I'm also going to do Flirty Flamingo stripes. Watercolor pencils are great. You don't have to be like exact in the lines because I'm going to go back with a blender pen. I'm going to go with Rich Raspberry in between my stripes. There we go, like that. Then I'm going to do a, which one's this? Bermuda Bay behind the dots. And this is where you really want the blender pen to help you out because it's very difficult to like color just perfectly. And there's like a lot of white I'm leaving. That's okay. My dots are going to be Coastal Cabana, which is a darker. They're kind of similar. That's all right. There we go. Okay, I want, let's do yellow for these stripes here. And we'll do a purple base. Now on this purple base, I'm only coloring 1/2 of it, and I'm going to let the blender pen lighten as it goes across. It'll kind of give it that 3D look. All right, where's my blender pen? Oh, there it is. Now on blender pens, make sure you don't have any ink in there, and I'm going to start with my lightest color, which is my yellow. And that just blends it perfectly. Isn't that pretty? Okay. And just kind of tap those. All right, my next color, my pinks. So let me get the yellow out of there. And like I said, you just color until the color's gone. And we'll go with Flirty Flamingo first. And then we'll come back and do the Rich Raspberry. Okay, now get that out of there. Okay, and we'll do the dots. And then around the dots, whew, yeah, you can barely tell the difference in those two colors. So I think what I'm going to do, since you can't see the difference, I'm going to just finish coloring in the background here, and then I'm going to go back in those polka dots with a color that'll make it a little darker. I'm not sure what color yet, but we'll figure that out in just a sec. All right, and then here is the purple base, and see when you go all the way across, your blender pen kind of runs out and it just gets lighter as it goes across. There we go. Kind of gives it a little bit of that darker on one side, lighter on the other. Let me pull this up so you can see it a little better. All right, and like I said, those polka dots, I need a different color. So I can make it green. Blue and yellow make green. Oh, I also have, you know what, let's do the dark purple in there. And since I've already colored on there, yeah, let's get some of the, so what I'm doing is I'm just picking up color onto my tip so it'll be really dark. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're just gonna color these dots in. So I have purple and blue. Go. And for those of you who are just watching me now, I've uploaded this. This is a pre-recorded video. I'm uploading it to my Facebook page. It's also on my YouTube channel. If you're watching on my YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Every week I put a new card tutorial. Go over to my blog and you'll see the written instructions for this card. You can get the card sketches from my blog, and I've left a link for that too if you'd like a copy of the ebook. And just a little bit more shading here. I'm just making a little darker, give it a little more dimension. There we go. All right, now let me show it to you with the polka dots now. Yeah. All right, let's cut this out with the die cutter. And where's my die? Here it is. And like I said, this is our stitched rectangle dies. Just stick that right there. So that was pretty quick. Now, pop this out. All right, so we have our card base and we have our happy birthday here. Now I'm going to take this doily, I'm going to cut it in half so it sticks out further on each side. Let me pull that a little closer to you. Also, I want a little more than just a doily, so I pulled out some ribbon. I've got this real pretty petal pink. That would be really nice. Or I have the white. And that would be okay, but white on white is, too much white. All right, let's just use this petal pink. This is pretty. And the way first of all, let's cut the doily in half. And these doilies are real nice because they have a line that goes straight across. So you're for sure to get it even. And I just want it to stick out, like that on both sides. Right there and right there. Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool looking. And you could even like alter it, like askew it, however you want to do it. Every way's fine. Now, I need a silicone mat because there are gaps in the doily and I need to get adhesive just where the doily is, and I don't want extra adhesive there. So the trick is, and I'll pull this up to the camera a little closer for you. So you use the silicone mat and then you just run your tape runner right here and it sticks to the doily, and the silicone mat area, you can just rub it off of the silicone mat. There you go. Pull it up. Whoops. Okay, come on. Behave yourself. It's not behaving. It's supposed to, yeah. There we go. There we go. All right, I remember how to do it now. Okay, so you pick it up and you can still see some of the adhesive like in the gaps. You flip it over and then you rub it. There we go. And you rub the adhesive out of the gaps, and then when you pick it up off of the thing, the adhesive just stays on the part of the doily that you want to stick to the card. So I almost forgot how to do that for a sec, but I remembered. All right, now I want these fairly centered, and I'm just eyeballing it. There you go. And kind of evenly spaced from top to bottom here. Give myself like an inch gap. And then the card is going to go right on top here. But of course, I'm going to pop the card up on dimensional. Oh, let's try that again. Didn't stick all the way. Make sure that's stuck on there real good. There we go. There, now it's stuck on there. All right. And I said I wanted to do some ribbon. So let's do, all right, the way I like to do ribbon, let me show you this trick, is I run adhesive down the center where, of course, it'll be hidden by the card. And I'm going to take the ribbon and I'm just going to, go across, stick it there. Then I'm going to loop it back. Come on. There we go. And I know the center of my doily is where these two ring parts are, so that lets me know where that is. And then I'm going to come back. And I want these loops on either side to be about even. Okay, and now let me see if I like that. Okay, that is too much ribbon. I don't like all that ribbon. I'm going to bring that in big time. So I'm just going to pull that there and pull that there. Okay, now let me see. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I just take my snips and I trim at an angle because that looks nice when you do it at an angle. There. Okay, and then I just need some dimensionals and I am done. And where are my dimensionals? Come on, little guys, where are you? There we go. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Voila. And there we have a fun card made. I've got all this stuff on my sketchbook here. Let me move that over. All right. So, it's easier if I bring the camera back up. Okay, here we go. There, you can see the sketch here. You can see the one that I made last fall, and you can see the one that I just made. So very similar cards. Card sketches just make card making so much easier. And I'm so glad that I can help you out with your card making. And if you ever have any questions or need any help, I am always here. You can email me, Kristina at creatingwithkristina.com. You can make a comment below and I'll reply to you. You can always find me either on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. I also have an Instagram account where I post pictures of cards I've made. Let's see, what else do I have? My blog. And anyways, and if you live in my area, North Texas, I do card classes in my home too. So lots of opportunities for me to help you with your card making. And with that, I am finished with this card sketch. Check me out next week for card sketch number 22. All right, so we're on 21. Next week is 22. So long, you guys. Bye-bye.